you hold your pee at work? Love instant noodles? Live on soda, little sleep, and desk time? Those everyday habits can scar your kidneys, silently. Today, I'll reveal 27 kidney-killing habits most people miss, how to spot early warning signs, and what to do instead. Stay with me. Tiny changes now can save you from dialysis later. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications for the latest updates. Soda and energy drinks. Sugar-sweetened sodas promote obesity. Diabetes and stones and colas contain phosphoric acid that alters urine chemistry unfavorably. While many energy drinks combine high sugar, high caffeine, and additives that dehydrate and raise blood pressure. Swap these for water. Sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or moderate coffee, and keep sweet beverages as rare treats if at all. Overuse of painkillers. Non-steroidal. Anti-inflammatory drugs reduce kidney blood flow by blocking protective prostaglandins and can cause ischemic tubular injury and analgesic nephropathy if taken frequently, while chronic high-dose combinations of over-the-counter painkillers compound risk. The safer approach is the lowest effective dose for the shortest time. Medical guidance if you need them often, and non-drug options like physical therapy. Heat, sleep, stress care, and strength training, especially if you have kidney disease, heart failure, or are on diuretics, ACE inhibitors, or ARB. Excess red and processed meat. Large amounts of red and processed meat create a high acid load and heavy nitrogen waste that increase kidney workload and hyperfiltration, while additives like sodium and phosphates and gut-derived uremic toxins such as TMAO, indoxyl sulfate, and p-cresyl sulfate promote inflammation and fibrosis inside the kidney. Protect yourself by rotating in fish, poultry, soy, beans, and lentils. Trimming processed meats to rare occasions. And if you already have chronic kidney disease, discussing an appropriate protein target with your renal dietitian. Ultra-processed foods. Industrial foods often pack salt, sugar, refined starches, phosphate additives, and emulsifiers while lacking fiber and potassium, creating constant vascular, metabolic, and kidney stress and raising blood pressure and inflammation. You protect kidneys by building meals from whole ingredients, reading labels to choose items with fewer than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving and without phosphate additives, and batch cooking so fast food is not your default. Excess salt intake. Eating too much salt makes your body hold on to water, which raises blood volume and forces the kidney filters to work under high pressure, a state called hyperfiltration that slowly damages the delicate filtering barrier and leads to protein leaking into the urine. Over time, this increases blood pressure, reduces the protective effect of blood pressure medicines, disturbs the balance between sodium and potassium that your kidneys manage all day, and accelerates scarring of kidney tissue. So the practical fix is to remove the salt shaker. Avoid salty packaged foods like soups, instant noodles, cured meats, and chips. Season with lemon, vinegar, garlic, herbs, and pepper instead, and aim for a daily sodium range your clinician approves, commonly around 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams for most adults. High added sugar intake. Frequent sugar spikes injure tiny kidney blood vessels through oxidative stress and glycation, thicken the filtering membrane, and cause albumin to appear in urine. While sugary drinks also shift urine chemistry towards stones, and added calories drive weight gain and hypertension that multiply kidney risk. The fix is to cut sweetened drinks and desserts, build meals around protein, fiber, and healthy fats to flatten blood sugar, move for 10 minutes after meals, and monitor fasting glucose or A1C if you are at risk. Smoking and secondhand smoke. Tobacco injures blood vessels, raises blood pressure, increases protein leakage in urine, and speeds the progression of chronic kidney disease through oxidative stress and endothelial dysfunction, and secondhand smoke is not harmless. Quitting with structured support such as nicotine replacement, medication, and counseling and avoiding smoky environments protects your kidneys and your heart. Excess alcohol. Alcohol raises blood pressure, dehydrates the body, inflames the liver, and through liver, kidney crosstalk can reduce kidney blood flow, while binge drinking increases the chance of acute kidney injury. especially if combined with NSAIDs or heavy exercise and heat. Many at-risk people do best avoiding alcohol. And if you drink, strict moderation, hydration, and avoiding binges is essential. Excess caffeine. High caffeine intake can raise blood pressure, act as a diuretic at higher doses, disturb sleep, and in sensitive individuals reduce kidney blood flow, while some energy drinks add sugar and sodium for a triple hit. Cap total daily caffeine to a level your body tolerates. Commonly 400 milligrams or less for healthy adults. Swap some cups for decaf or herbal tea. And avoid high caffeine energy drinks. Poor medication adherence. Missing or stopping blood pressure. Diabetes or kidney protective medicines leads to swinging pressures and sugars that speed nephron loss. And abruptly stopping ACE inhibitors or ARBs throws away valuable kidney protection. Use pill organizers, phone reminders, synchronized refills, and honest conversations about side effects or cost so your treatment plan is realistic and consistent day after day. Not drinking enough water. Concentrated urine favors crystal formation and kidney stones. Low flow encourages bacterial growth and urinary infections. And dehydration reduces kidney perfusion, which can trigger acute injury in vulnerable people. Target pale, straw-colored urine, drink more in hot weather or when sweating, and limit sugary and alcoholic drinks that worsen dehydration. Sitting for long periods. Long, uninterrupted sitting independently raises risk for chronic kidney disease and kidney-related death, likely through endothelial dysfunction, insulin resistance, and poor lower body circulation that together harm the renal microcirculation even if you exercise later. Break up sitting every 30 to 60 minutes with 3 to 5 minutes of standing or walking. Keep water away from your desk so you must get up, and take calls on your feet to improve blood flow. Skipping regular exercise. Physical inactivity worsens insulin resistance, blood pressure, and body weight, all of which accelerate kidney decline. Unless muscle mass reduces your ability to store glucose safely, increasing daily sugar swings that stress kidneys. Aim for at least 150 minutes per week of moderate activity. Add 2 days of strength training to build a larger glucose sink, and take short walks after meals to blunt post-meal spikes. Poorly managed diabetes. Persistent high glucose injures kidney filters, first causing microalbumin in urine and then falling filtration rate as scarring builds, and diabetes also raises the risk of hypertension and stones, further burdening the kidneys. Steady control comes from meals anchored in protein, fiber and healthy fat, regular activity, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, adherence to medications, and routine labs such as A1C, estimated GFR, and urine albumin to creatinine. Uncontrolled high blood pressure. Chronic high pressure damages the small arteries that feed your kidneys and the microscopic filters themselves, causing the filtering units to fail and setting off a vicious cycle where damaged kidneys drive pressure even higher. Protect your kidneys by reducing salt, keeping a healthy weight, moving daily, managing stress, not smoking, measuring blood pressure at home with correct technique, and using prescribed medicines like ACE inhibitors or ARBs that specifically slow kidney damage. Strenuous exercise. Without hydration, pushing too hard in heat or while dehydrated can trigger muscle breakdown called rhabdomyolysis, which releases myoglobin that is toxic to kidney tubules and can block them, causing acute kidney injury. Lower the risk by progressing training gradually, hydrating to thirst, replacing electrolytes during hot or long sessions, stopping and seeking urgent care if you notice cola-colored urine, severe muscle pain, or very low urine output, and avoiding the combination of heavy exertion, NSAIDs, and dehydration. Ignoring the urge to urinate. Regularly holding urine overfills the bladder, promotes bacterial growth and reflux of urine back toward the kidneys, raises the risk of urinary tract infections that can travel to the kidney and in severe cases causes hydronephrosis, which is swelling of the kidney from back pressure that injures filters and tubules. Plan bathroom breaks every 2 to 3 hours. Empty your bladder after waking and before bed. And treat constipation because a packed bowel can obstruct bladder emptying. Ignoring urinary tract infections. Untreated bladder infections can ascend to the kidneys, causing pyelonephritis that scars nephrons and can progress to sepsis in vulnerable people, so do not ignore burning with urination. Urgency fever, back or flank pain, and cloudy or bloody urine. Seek prompt testing and treatment. Finish antibiotics as prescribed. Recheck if symptoms persist, drink fluids, and work with your clinician on prevention if infections are recurrent. Over drinking water. Drinking far beyond thirst, especially with reduced kidney function or heart failure, can dilute sodium in the blood and stress kidneys that cannot handle the water load, leading to headaches, confusion, and in severe cases, dangerous hyponatremia. The safe plan is to drink to thirst unless your clinician gives a specific fluid. Prescription and to avoid trendy gallon-a-day challenges, without medical input. High phosphate additives, inorganic phosphate added to. Processed meats, colas, processed cheese, and many packaged foods is absorbed rapidly, raising blood phosphate that harms blood vessels and bones and forces kidneys to work harder to excrete it, which is especially dangerous in people with chronic kidney disease. Choose fresh proteins, avoid labels listing ingredients that start with PHOs, and get phosphorus from whole foods like dairy or legumes where absorption is slower. Crash diets and detox cleanses. Extreme diets cause rapid muscle breakdown that floods the body with nitrogenous waste. Dehydrating, laxative, or diuretic teas disturb electrolytes, and high oxalate green cleanses without calcium pairing can spike urinary oxalate and form stones, all of which stress kidneys or cause acute injury. Choose steady weight loss with real meals, adequate protein hydration, and avoid extreme cleanses or unproven detox products. Unsupervised supplements and herbal remedies. Some herbal products contain true kidney toxins, such as aristolactic acid. Others are contaminated with heavy metals. Megadoses of vitamin C can increase oxalate, and creatine misuse with dehydration confuses labs and can rarely aggravate risk in vulnerable people. Discuss supplements with your clinician, especially if you have kidney disease. Buy from reputable brands tested for purity, and avoid proprietary blends that hide doses. Regular use of decongestants and high sodium effervescents. Common cold decongestants, such as pseudoephedrine and phenylephrine, raise blood pressure and stress kidney vessels, and some effervescent tablets and antacids contain large sodium loads that silently increase daily intake. Limit these medicines to short-term use, check labels for vasoconstrictors and sodium content, and ask your clinician for kidney-safer options if you have hypertension or chronic kidney disease. Ignoring early kidney warning signs. Foamy urine suggesting protein loss, new ankle or eyelid swelling, frequent nighttime urination. Persistent back or flank ache and rising home blood pressure are early whispers that many ignore until damage accumulates. If you have risk factors like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, or a family history of kidney failure, schedule yearly estimated GFR and urine albumin to creatinine ratio and see your clinician promptly if symptoms appear. High oxalate foods without calcium pairing. Spinach, beets, almonds, dark chocolate, and potatoes are healthy in moderation, but eating very high oxalate without enough calcium at the same meal leaves oxalate unbound and increases calcium, oxalate stone formation, and tubular irritation. Keep these foods in balance. Pair them with yogurt or milk or a fortified alternative at the same meal, hydrate well, and avoid mega oxalate smoothies as a daily habit. Skipping recommended vaccinations. Severe infections such as influenza, pneumonia, and COVID can cause sepsis, dehydration, and drug toxicity that together trigger acute kidney injury, and people with existing kidney disease are at higher risk of complications. Staying up to date with clinician-recommended vaccines reduces the chance of kidney-harming infections and supports overall stability. My precaution: Kidney damage usually builds slowly from ordinary habits. So protecting your kidneys means lowering salt and added sugar, limiting ultra-processed foods and sodas, staying active with short walks after meals, hydrating to pale urine without overdoing it, sleeping 7 to 9 hours, avoiding tobacco, keeping alcohol and caffeine modest, treating infections early, and taking your prescribed medicines consistently while checking eGFR, urine albumin, and blood pressure on a reasonable schedule if you are at risk.